Brigham Young was the second president of the LDS Church, and he taught that Adam was God, and it's picked up by the LDS scriptures. But first, we can see that the teaching that Brigham Young had in Journal and Discourse, Volume 1, page 50 and 51, on April 9th, 1852. He says, "Now hear it, O inhabitants of the earth, Jew and Gentile, saint and sinner. When our father Adam came into the Garden of Eden, he came into it with a celestial body and brought Eve, one of his wives." So here we have Adam being a polygamist, but I will leave that alone for now. With him, he helped to make and organize this world. He is Michael, the archangel, the Ancient of Days, about whom the holy men have written and spoken. He is our Father and our God, and the only God with whom we have to do. So here it's clear that Brigham Young is indicating that Adam is indeed God. Now, we need to see the rest of the context of his statements with regards to what he thought about his teaching. It says, again, they will try to tell how the divinity of Jesus is joined to his humanity and exhaust all their mental faculties and wind up with this profound language as describing the soul of man. It is an immaterial substance. What a learned idea. Jesus, our elder brother, was begotten in the flesh by the same character that was in the Garden of Eden, speaking of Adam, and who is our Father in heaven. Now let all who may hear these doctrines pause before they make light of them or treat them with indifference, for they will prove their salvation or damnation. So he's saying if you do not accept his doctrines of the Adam God doctrine or anything else, that your eternal salvation is on the line. So you will either be accepted into heaven or damned to hell based on what you do with his teachings. But as I said, the LDS scriptures do indeed retain this teaching. As I said, the LDS scriptures do retain the Adam God doctrine. We can see in Daniel chapter 7, verse 9, it says, and I'm quoting from the LDS resources, it says, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning." You'll notice the hyperlinks there, the blue, and if you click on those, they will take you to other cross-references and other LDS material. And if you click on the cross-reference or the hyperlink there for Ancient of Days, it shows you Doctrine and Covenants 138:38, and it says, "Among the great and mighty ones who were assembled in the vast congregation of the righteous were Father Adam, the Ancient of Days, and Father of all." So here, once again, it's clearly showing that Adam is the Ancient of Days. But if you look in the scriptures, in the Bible, it would actually be that the Ancient of Days is the Father, of course, because then you have the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven, and that would be the Son. But the point is that the LDS scriptures here, the Doctrine and Covenants, are definitely identifying Adam as the Ancient of Days. We can also see in Doctrine and Covenant 27:11, it says, "And also with Michael or Adam, the Father of all, the Prince of all, the Ancient of Days." Once again, it's affirming that Adam is the Ancient of Days, who is actually Michael. But we can also see in Doctrine and Covenants 1:16:1, it says, "Spring Hill is named by the Lord Adam Oni Amen, because said he, it is the place where Adam shall come to visit his people, or the Ancient of Days shall sit, as spoken of by Daniel the prophet." So once again, we can clearly see that the current LDS leadership is in full agreement with the second president of the LDS Church, Brigham Young, with regards to the Adam God doctrine.